So now hopefully feeling a little bit more calm and centered. Let's start with some gentle movement. It's been a couple weeks, so it's nice to have the time to just gently ease into things. Let's inhale and look up. Exhale and down, chin to chest. Inhale and up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale and up. Chin to sky. Exhale, chin to chest. And then on this exhale, take your palms, interlace your fingers, and place them gently on the back of your head. Give yourself a little bit of a back of the neck stretch. Breathe into that stretch. And coming back to neutral. Inhale, and on the exhale, looking right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. And on this exhale, let's take the hand and place it on the back of the head and rotate the chin and the nose towards the armpit. And gently encouraging the head towards the armpit, nothing too aggressive. But breathing into this side neck stretch. If you want to emphasize it a little bit more, you can take your left arm and place it sort of on the floor behind you, a little bit behind you, sort of to the side of your left glute. And breathing into the back of the neck. And back to center. There we are. And then looking to the left, and same on this side, taking the hand, left hand, and placing it on the lower right part of the head, and gently guiding the chin and the nose towards the left underarm. Breathing into the stretch in the back of the neck. Gently guiding the head towards the underarm. And if you feel like you can do it a little bit more, then do a little more. And if it's a little too intense, then back off. And breathe. And coming back to center. Let's take the arms, extend them out wide, and come in and give yourself a hug. And then open the arms wide and give yourself a hug with the opposite arm on top. And let's flow back and forth in between the hugs. Hugging one way and switching the arms and hugging the other way. Because there's some days where this, just need a good hug. And sometimes a girl's got to take care of herself. And one more. Very good. And let's take the right arm, bring it straight out in front of us. Drop the fingertips down towards the floor so the right palm is facing us. And then take the left hand and gently push on the back of the right hand. Have a nice stretch on the right forearm and back of the wrist. Breathe into this. And you know, we're being pretty gentle in this class. It's been a couple weeks, and if you feel like, whew, I feel it more in this class today, be kind and gentle to yourself. It had been a little while for me too, and boy did I feel it when I was practicing this weekend. And release, and let's flip the palm away from us, fingertips down, and taking the left hand and pulling back on the fingertips. So wrist stretch, but other side of the wrist. And try to relax the shoulders down too. And release. Let's take the left arm, bring it straight out in front, left palm towards us, fingertips facing down, bringing the right hand and pressing gently on the back of the left hand. Enjoying and breathing through that stretch in the top of the forearm and wrist. And then flipping the palm over, palm away from you, fingertips down, bringing the right hand and pulling back gently on the fingertips of the left hand to stretch out the bottom of the wrist. And breathe. Very good. Let's bring the hands down. Let's take the right hand and place it down beside us, bringing the left arm up and over, reaching from left sitting bone all the way up through the left side of the body and out the fingertips. And then floating the left arm down, planting the left hand down beside us, then floating the right arm up and over, rotating the right shoulder back and lowering the right hand, bringing the left hand up while the right hand is planted, floating the left hand down. Let's float back and forth a little bit, bringing the right hand up and over, and just getting some nice gentle movement into our arms and side body, and to the left, rotating that shoulder back. And one more time on each side, right arm up and over, and left arm up and over. And floating the left hand down, let's recross our legs so that we're evening out both sides of our hips. We'll take the right arm hand and bring it up and pat ourselves on the back in between the shoulder blades with the right hand, keeping the right elbow up to sky. Taking the left hand, bringing it around and scooching the left forearm up your back, aspiring to or connecting with your right fingertips. So you might get there today. Maybe you don't get there today, that's okay. But moving in that general direction to connect the fingertips. And in this position, you'll probably notice you get just a little bit of a back bend and opening in the chest. Nice stretch in the underarm area. Breathing into the stretch and the opening in the shoulders. And lengthening through the spine. If you like, you can extend forward, spine from your the tailbone basically out through the crown of your head. Forward fold. And then leading with the heart and coming back up. And release. Release and shake it out. And we'll do the same on the other side. Let's take the left hand, bring it up, and patting ourselves on the back between our shoulder blades, bringing the right arm behind, scooching the right forearm up your back, either coming close to or meeting the fingertips. left elbow up to sky. Enjoying the opening in your shoulders, opening in your back, opening across your collarbones and chest, a little bit of a back bend. Breathing through any sensation you feel, but if you feel any pain, then ease it off, of course. And you can stay here, or you can lengthen through the spine from your tailbone to the crown of your head and hinge at the hips, coming forward into a little bit of a forward seated bend. Then leading with the heart and coming back up. And releasing the hands and shaking it out. Now let's do a seated spinal twist. So we'll take our right hand and place it behind our right glute, lengthening up through the spine, bringing your left hand and placing the back of your left hand on the top part of your right thigh above your knee. Nice long spine. Inhale. Exhale and twist to the right. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and twist. And one more time. Inhale and lengthen. Crown to sky. Exhale and twist. And coming back to center. Take the left hand and place it behind your left glute. Bring the right hand and place the back of the hand on the top, just above the left knee, on the left thigh. Lengthen on the inhale. And exhale and twist to the left. Lengthen on the inhale. Exhale and twist. One more inhale. Twist and exhale. And back to center. And let's get a little bit of wiggly stuff going on in our torso. Let's bring the chest forward and around, and then chest and back behind us. Bring the chest forward like you're stirring the pot with your chest. If that helps with the imagery. Just to get some movement into the lower back and torso and chest and shoulders and everything. And slowly coming to a stop. And let's rotate in the other direction. Breathing as you go in a way that feels comfy and natural for you. Just keeping the breath flowing. And one more time, one more rotation, and then we bring it to a gentle stop. Let's now move to our belly. There we go. And we'll bring our tops of our feet to the mat, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. And when we're doing this, we open up across the collarbones and bring the shoulder blades slightly together. Pelvis in contact with the mat. And with the strength of our back, let's lift up into cobra. Lengthening through the spine, opening up the collarbones. Your gaze should be at the top of the mat. So not, yearning your neck up at a far distance to gaze way out in front of you, just slightly ahead of you. And you should be able to lift your hands and still feel the integrity of the pose. And then lower it down gently and with control. Let's now take the right arm and extend it straight out in front. And take the left hand, flip the palm to the sky, push into the right hand to lift the shoulder up, and slide the left arm across the chest underneath the right underarm and lower it all down, looking to the right for thread the needle. Really lovely grounding pose, nice stretch in the shoulder. Relaxing into the pose. If you're happy here, you can stay here, or if you'd like a little bit more, you can take that right arm and bring it behind your back, placing the top of the right hand sort of near your left hip for a bit of a twist. And breathe. Try to relax in the pose. Breathe. And if you took the bind, unwinding the right arm and placing the right palm on the mat and lifting up to unleash your left arm. And now this time bringing the left arm out in front, flipping right palm to sky, and bringing right palm and arm across the chest, palm facing upward and lowering it all down. Thread the needle other side, looking to the left. Maybe just taking a moment to see how you feel in the pose. Seeing if there's anywhere you can relax a little bit more and breathe. If you'd like to take the bind, you can lift up the left arm and bring it behind you, placing the back of the left hand sort of towards your right hip. And breathing and trying to relax and melt into the mat. Softening your face. Then if you took the bind and winding the left arm, placing it to the mat and pushing up and back to child's pose. So bringing toes together, knees hip width apart, arms straight out in front of you. Oh yeah. And bringing your sitting bones towards your heels, on your heels ideally. Let's walk our hands to the left. And if you want, you can stack right hand on top of left, or you want to have them side by side. That's totally cool. Either way is fine. And when you're here, you can either challenge yourself a little bit more by slowly eking the hands over to the left, or you can leave them where they are, back off a little bit if that's a little much. Let's walk through center with the hands and over to the right. Ooh. And I can feel it more in my left hip today. Maybe you can too. Maybe it's the same, maybe it's different. Maybe just pay attention to what you're feeling today. Tune into your body. Breathe into the left side of your body. And come to center. Let's flip palms to sky. And if you like it here, you can stay here, or you can bring the hands to prayer position on the mid part of your back, just at the base of your neck. And if you'd like a little bit more still, you can walk the elbows up towards the top of your mat, keeping your sitting bones nice and close to your heels. And relaxing and breathing and enjoying the moment in the green room. And extend the hands out straight in front of you. And coming up to sitting on your heels, so knees together. Making any wardrobe adjustments that you need to. And sitting back on your heels. Nice long spine. Crown to sky. Opening up the chest, shoulders down. Hands on your thighs. Or if you want, you can clasp your hands behind you. And extend your arms. Open up the chest. And if you're here and you'd like a little bit more, you could take the hands, the clasped hands, and bring them to your left hip for a bit of a right shoulder stretch. And then if you'd like a little bit even more, you could tip the left ear to left shoulder gently, not too much. And head to center and extend the arms behind you. And if you wish, bring the hands to the right hip. Breathe for a moment into that. And if you want, you can tip right shoulder to right ear. Or right ear to right shoulder. You can't tip your shoulder to your ear. Well, I guess you could. That would be awkward. Engaging your abs. And head tipped up to neutral. And release your arms. Now, rocking forward, placing your hands gently on the fingertips gently on the mat. Let's tuck the toes and come into a seated plantar stretch. Oh yeah. And if you hadn't done this in a while, that was me yesterday. I hadn't done it in a while. It was a lot. Today's a bit better. If it's a lot, lean forward. And so it's, there's not much happening, and then slowly ease your way back to see what point feels pleasantly challenging. And breathe. Opening up across your chest. Arms down towards the floor, fingertips towards the floor. Chin parallel to the mat. And let's come out and move into tabletop. So in tabletop, knees are under our hips, wrists are under our shoulders, and we're going to do some cat-cow. It's one of my personal favorites. It's a lovely way to limber things up. So on the inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin and chest and tail. And on the exhale, rounding the spine, arching the back, pushing into the hands. Inhale, cow. Dropping the belly, lifting the heart. Exhale, cat. Pushing into the hands, rounding the spine, tucking the chin to chest. And cow. And cat. And neutral spine. Well, let's move things in the other direction. So we'll do a lateral spinal stretch. And we'll bring our right shoulder and right hip together. Oh, yep. Looking over the right shoulder. Passing through center. Left hip and left shoulder come together in a C shape, looking over the left shoulder, pushing into the hands, making sure you don't collapse. Passing through center, C shape to the right. Little pop. And pass through center. And to the left. And pass through center. We'll do it one more time on each side. Enjoying the feeling of your spine and your body moving in different directions that you probably don't normally move in, which is fun. Let's come back to a neutral tabletop, bringing the toes of the right foot, extending the leg, toes to the mat directly behind us for a calf stretch. And gently pushing back behind us, feeling the stretch in the right calf. You can pulse if you like, or you can just keep the pressure steady. It's up to you. Whatever makes you feel good today is what you need to do. Fingers spread to create a stable basis for your body. Then picking the right toes up, bringing it over to the left back corner, and taking a look over your left shoulder at your heel, your right heel in the left back corner for a nice hip stretch. And breathing, don't hold your breath. And bringing it back to tabletop. Let's bring the left toes to the mat. Woo, yep, that feels good. For a left calf stretch. And gently pressing into that left calf muscle by gently pushing into the toes and pushing back on the leg. Breathing into the stretch, keeping your chest and your arms strong so you're not collapsing down. Keeping the breath flowing. Then picking up the left toes and placing them at the right back corner and looking over your right shoulder at your left heel for a left hip stretch. Staying strong in the arms. And coming back to tabletop. Now I'm going to move back just a little bit in my tabletop towards the back of the mat because I'm tall and I want to give myself space to move forward for puppy dog pose. If you'd like to do that too, please, by all means. And then from tabletop, let's walk our hands forward and bring the chin, chest, forward, head down towards the mat for puppy dog pose. Taking a look, checking to make sure that our hips are over our knees, as best as you can judge. Enjoy the nice stretch in the shoulder blades and the underarms and feeling the strength of your arms. Try and keep a little space between your ears and neck and shoulders, so you don't want your shoulders scrunched up near your ears. I mean, just in general with yoga, you never want your shoulders scrunched up near your ears, but keeping a little space here. And then walking your hands back to tabletop. And now let's kickstand the right calf, shin to the right. Bring the left foot flat on the mat with the edge of the foot aligned to the back of the mat, making sure shoulder and wrist are aligned and are stable, nice spread out fingers, and bringing left fingertips to sky. Yep, that's my left hand. Left fingertips to sky. And you can stay here if you'd like, or if you feel stable in your palm and with your kickstanded out right leg, you can engage your abs like a girdle and lift the left leg up so it's parallel to the floor. And you can stay here, or if you'd like to, you can bend the left leg and grab your left foot with your left hand for a little bit of back bend and a balance challenge. Keeping the chest nice and broad. You can let go of the foot. Extend the arms straight to sky and come back down with control to tabletop. Let's do it on the other side. So kickstanding the left leg out to the side, bring the right foot onto the mat so the foot is parallel to the edge of the mat. Checking your alignments that your left wrist is under your left shoulder and then extending the right arm to the sky. Fingertips pointing to the ceiling, feeling nice and broad across the chest. And bringing your abs in like a girdle. If you'd like to, you can float that right leg up to parallel to the floor. And then if you'd like a little bit more, you can bend that right leg and capture it with your right foot, opening up the chest a little bit more. Then releasing the foot, bringing the fingertips to sky, right leg parallel to floor, and back into tabletop. Now, let's bring the right leg out in front into half Hanuman, so straight out in front of you with your right toes pointing towards the ceiling and your right leg more or less straight. Trying to keep your spine long from your tailbone through the crown of your head. And let's roll forward into a crescent lunge. So bring the right foot flat onto the floor, toes spread, arms up by your ears, fingertips pointing towards the sky. Breathe. Maybe enjoying the stretch in your left front hip flexor. Then placing your right forearm on your right thigh, finding your balance, bending your left knee, and capturing left foot with left hand into a quad stretch. And you can lean back a bit if it's a bit much. You can lean forward a bit if you'd like a bit more. You can try bringing your heel closer to your glute. Play with that if you like. And then gently releasing the foot. Placing the hands on either side of the front foot, tucking the back toes, lifting up into a lunge. And then stepping forward and coming to a standing position. Now for fun, let's do some balance poses. Woohoo! Coming close to a wall if you need some support, and that's totally okay. If you want to step off your mat, if you find the mat squishy and isn't helping your balance, you can do that too. We'll start off in Tadasana, so feet hip width apart, toes spread, feeling the groundedness of your feet in all four corners of your feet. And then leaning your weight towards the left foot a little bit. Be near the wall if you need it. You can hold on to the wall if you like. Raising that right knee so that your right thigh is parallel to the floor. And you can bring your hands to heart center if you're comfortable leaving the wall. Or you can bring your hands out sort of to the side like you're in a bit of a tree. Either's fine. I find that can help with balance. And then taking your knee to the right and back to center. And gently lower it down. We'll do the same on the other side, so shifting weight towards the right. Watching our alignment, engaging our abs, spine, crown to sky. Lifting that left knee up. You can also find a point on the floor, just a little bit in front of you, that helps steady the mind. And bringing the knee to the left if you like. and to the center, and back to the floor. Step your feet out a fair ways apart, definitely more than hip width apart, and bringing the arms up to a high prayer position for star. And then pivoting the right foot forward, let's come into a lunge with our hands framing our right foot, and back to tabletop. Now on the other side, we'll take the left leg, bring it straight out in front of us, extending the leg as straight as you can, but with a micro bend or micro bend plus in the knee, that's okay. Toes pointing towards the sky. And elongating through the spine, nice and long. And then rolling forward through the front foot. And coming up into a crescent lunge, so arms overhead, fingertips to sky. Enjoying the stretch in the right hip flexor, front hip flexor. If you want for fun, you could bring the arms into angel wings, lowering the elbows down, opening across the chest, bringing the shoulder blades together. Inhale up. Exhale down into wings. And one more time, inhale up. And exhale down. And then resting the left forearm onto the left thigh, making sure you feel stable on the left side. And if you do, you can bring the right foot towards your glute and capture it with your right hand. If you do want to lower your left hand down to the ground, if that helps you, that's an option too. Whatever makes you feel stable. And if you don't want to reach for the back foot, you don't have to. You can just leave it as is. Adjusting the degree to which you're leaning forward and engage in bringing your heel to glute into what feels comfortably challenging for you. And gently lowering the foot, letting it go. And framing the foot with the hands, let's tuck the back toe up into lunge and stepping it forward and coming to standing. We'll do another balance pose. We'll do tree this time. So get near a wall if you need or want to. It's up to you. Get into a place where you feel stable. Moving into Tadasana, so feet hip width apart, toes spread, feet firmly planted. Let's lean to the left. So weight on the left foot. Bringing the right balls of the feet to the floor and the heel on just on the left leg above the ankle. And from there, if you want, you can bring the right foot up your left leg to a place that feels comfortable, but not on your knee. And hands to prayer position or hand on the wall. Or arms above your head, like a tree. Sometimes the tree blows a little bit, but that's okay. And back down. Let's plant the left foot firmly down onto the ground, putting the balls of the left foot beside your right foot and the heel of your left foot onto your right ankle. And then slowly and as you wish, bringing the right foot up the left foot up the right leg. I find it helps to have a strong contact point between the right leg and the left foot, and focusing the gaze on a non-moving point. And gently lower down. And stepping the feet out, wide apart. Actually, I'm gonna go the other way, there we go. You don't have to move, I do. Feet wide apart, hands to high prayer into a star. And then pivot the left foot. I had to watch the way I'm going because I had to face the camera for the treat, and then I wanted it to be the right way for you, guiding you in the position. So left foot in front, pivoting towards the front of the mat, and hands framing the left foot into a low lunge. And then back to tabletop. And now, from tabletop, let's walk our hands forward just a little bit and bring the right knee to right wrist and lower the left leg straight behind us, fingertips to the mat, nice and long through the spine. Pigeon pose, opening across the chest, trying to stay grounded in the center of our pelvis, so not rotating off to the left, or right, sorry, staying in the center of our pelvis. If you need a pillow, you have one handy, you can stick it under your right hip if that's helpful. And if you'd like to, you can come forward onto your hands or your forearms, or you can come all the way down as is comfortable for you. And relax into the beauty that's pigeon pose. Relaxing your thighs, relaxing your face, breathing. Really just letting yourself ground into the mat. Softening your body. And then planting your hands on the mat and then pushing up and back up to tabletop. And other side, walking the hands forward just a little bit, bringing the left knee to left wrist, extending the right leg straight behind you, coming up onto your fingertips, extending the chest upward, looking up towards the sky. And you can either stay here or walking the hands forward onto the forearms, all the way down. Wherever you stop is totally fine. Making sure that you're in the middle of your pelvis, not off to the side, nice and centered. Breathing into wherever you feel sensation and trying to relax into it. Relaxing your face and relaxing your arms and chest. And coming back up. And taking a seat. Let's bring your feet together at the center of your body. Heels close to your groin, as close as is comfortable for you. Knees aspiring to be down towards the mat. I'm saying aspiring because it doesn't have to get there. There's no rule. It's where we're trying to go. Holding on to the toes with feet lengthening up through the spine. You can stay here and breathe and enjoy that, or leading with your heart, extending the spine. You can come down over your legs and then relaxing your head down and breathing into the stretch in your inner thighs. And maybe allowing gravity to pull you down a little bit more. Leading with your heart and coming back up. Let's come to sit with our feet flat on the floor and your wrists underneath your shoulders. Rolling your shoulders back a little bit and lifting your hips and coming into reverse tabletop. If you like, you can relax your neck back, or you can look straight ahead if that feels better. Whatever works for you and your neck is good. Lifting those hips up and relaxing back down and coming into a reclined position. Yep. Reclined position. Let's bring our left leg long along the mat and reach behind our right hamstring and lengthen right leg to the sky, heel to the ceiling. And breathe into the stretch in the back of your leg. If you like, you can bring the leg closer to your chest, closer to your body. Making sure your feet are flexed as if you're standing on the ceiling. And then you can take your leg and guide it over to the left and towards the top back corner of your mat, the top left corner of your mat. If you are able to, you can grab the right big toe with your left peace fingers. If you can't, just hold your leg wherever you can hold it. That's good. Keeping both shoulders relaxed on the mat. This is an IT band stretch. Breathing into the stretch along the outer band on your right leg. Then bringing the leg back to the center position and back down to the floor. Right leg extended. Left leg up to the ceiling, grabbing it behind your hamstring. Heel to sky, sole of the foot to the sky. Slowly hugging in the leg. Stretch the back of your leg. And then guiding your leg either with your hands or by grabbing your left big toe with your right peace fingers, keeping your shoulders on the mat. Having an IT band stretch, keeping your left hip glued to the mat as well, so not rolling off to the side, but keeping it as grounded to the mat as you reasonably can. And breathing and relaxing into that. And then releasing your foot and coming back to a laying down position. Let's now bend your knees, reaching in between your knees with your feet and grabbing the outer edge of your foot, lifting feet to sky into happy baby. Pulling down on your feet, pulling down on your legs, and resting, flattening your back onto the mat. And relaxing and breathing here. Relaxing your face. And then bringing your feet together and your knees together and laying your legs straight down on the mat. Let's move into Shavasana. One of the rewards of everything we've done today. Get to lay down for a few minutes. Opening your chest, opening across your collarbones by slightly tucking your shoulder blades, bringing your shoulders down away from your ears. Palms to the sky by your sides. Not directly by your sides, but leaving a little space. Chin tucked slightly so the back of your neck is long. Eyes gently closed. Tongue gently touching the back of your top teeth. Relax your face. Relax your hands, your arms, and your shoulders. Release your back, your jaw, your eyes, your eyelids. Relax your chest and your belly and your glutes. Relax your legs and your shins, your calves. Relax your ankles and your feet. Really just allowing yourself to surrender. And really savor that moment of peace and serenity in the midst of what can sometimes seem like chaos. With that, let's wiggle our fingers and our toes. Maybe put a little smile on our face. Bending your knees, placing your feet flat on the mat, and rolling over to one side, using your hands as a pillow for a moment. And pushing up into a seated position.